Sure, you need to know what you're selling and who you're selling it to. If that's your idea of a business plan, sure. But I know some people will write out these big 10-page business plans. That's not the first thing to do. The first thing to do when you start a business. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Fight Against Mediocrity. And here we talk everything sales, business, entrepreneurship, self-development in order to help you fight mediocrity. I'm on the front lines with you, here to help you overcome average and reach your potential. So today we're going to talk about the first thing you need to do when starting a business, and then stick around because I'm going to give you the 3 ways to do it. First thing to do when you start a business, I'm going to first tell you what it's not. So the first thing is not making business cards. That's what most people do. Not making t-shirts. It's not making stickers. It's not even making the LLC. There are so many things. I would dare say it's not even making a business plan. Sure, you need to know what you're selling and who you're selling it to. If that's your idea of a business plan, sure. But I know some people will write out these big 10-page business plans. That's not the first thing to do. The first thing to do when you start a business is, drum roll please, get a client. Get a client, and not only get a client, get a paid client. Get a customer, get someone to exchange money with you. Say, I'm doing XYZ service or product that provides value. I want to exchange that for your money. And the reason this is important is because until you get a dollar, you don't even know if you have a viable business or a viable product or service. You're just kind of guessing. And so it's super important to get out there and to get your first sale. A lot of people will say until you get money, and a lot of people will go and say until you reach $250,000 in revenue, you don't have a business, you just have a hobby. That can sound harsh, but the reason behind it is, like, if you're not making enough money to grow your business, it really is just a hobby, which if that's what you want, that's fine. But most people want to start a business to make a difference and grow it and be able to provide financial freedom for themselves and their families and give back. So number one thing you need to do when starting a business is make money, get a client, get a paid customer. And I've talked about this in other videos, but the reason for that is, like, the first item on an income statement, whether that's your personal income statement, which most people don't look at, but they have it, and a business financial or income statement. An income statement is a fancy word for, here's all the money I made, here's everything I spent it on, here's what's left over. So the top line of that is always income or sales. If you're a business owner, your income is your sales of your product or service. And so your top line can grow infinitely, but your expenses, you can only shrink them so far. Like, you can get them to zero, but that's basically impossible if you want to live, eat, whatever. You need money, you need to spend money to live and to breathe and to run a business. So the key is increasing the top line. And so let's, for example, I don't know where you're at, but let's just say you just started your business. So the first thing to do is get a customer, one paying customer, to see if your product is even viable. There are tons of ways to get customers, but I'm going to go over the 3 that I recommend if you're just starting out in business. Number 1 is to ask your friends and family to buy from you. They're your very warm market. They trust you. They're maybe going to sympathy buy, like, hey, I want to support you. And so see if one of them are willing to buy it. If none of them are willing to buy it and they're your target market, that's a bad sign. Number 2 is post about it on your social media. Typically, most people if you have a social media, you usually have somewhat of a following, whether that's 100, 200, 300, 1,000, 2,000. But the cool thing about those that follow you is they know you, and it's a really easy way to reach out to a lot of people at once. And so post about it for a week or 2 straight, every day. Hey, this is what I'm doing. If you're interested, please reach out. I'd love to help you. Do a video. Don't just do a post, do a video. So reach out to everyone on social media and gauge their interest. A really cool, easy way to do this is if you do it on Instagram or Facebook, is you can create a story. Say you started a window cleaning company. Hey, I just started a window cleaning company. Would you be interested in having your window cleaned? Yes or no? And then that's like a very straightforward way of asking for it, which would work. You could also do kind of a softer ask and be like, have you have you had your windows cleaned in the last year? Yes or no? That's not saying do you want to buy from me? That's saying have you purchased this product in the past? If they say yes, they're more likely than not going to purchase it again in the future. So you can reach out to them, DM them and say, "Hey, I know you got your windows cleaned. Will you give me a shot? Can I come to your windows?" So social media is huge. It's an amazing way to get customers and grow your business. Number 3. So this will vary depending on which business you're starting or which business you're in. But the key thing is, in order to get contracts or money or a sale or anything like that, you need to be out in front of people. Not necessarily physically, I mean, social media, but you need to be where your market is, where those who need and want your product are. And so think about, okay, the person who needs my product, where are they? How do I get there? So for window cleaning, you could obviously, anyone who has windows is your market. So you could go start knocking doors. It's just important to get in front of the person who needs your business. If you are a mortgage broker and you're selling loans, mortgages, and helping people get mortgages on their house, well, you know, people that buy homes are going to buy them from either a realtor or on classifieds or from a home builder. So go connect with those people and get in front of those people and get in front of those businesses and figure out how to get in front of the people who need your services. So say you're selling services to a barber shop and you help barbershops make more money. Go on Instagram, type in hashtag barbershop, and then go find everyone who owns a barbershop and start messaging them on social media. Um, if you sell things to people who own apartments, go to a convention where apartment owners come and sit at a booth. And anyways, there's tons of ways, but the main thing is get in front of the people who can buy your product. Don't go somewhere where no one can either afford or needs or wants your product. Get in front of. I know this sounds really simple, um, but you'd be surprised because the biggest thing with starting a business or being a salesperson and entrepreneur is the call reluctance. The call reluctance is referring mostly to cold calling, but it's the reluctance to get in front of someone and ask them to buy. Um, and we'll do everything under the sun to avoid asking someone to buy a lot of times. As you start your business, you're going to have reluctance. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Like, you don't need to know everything to get your first customer. That's the problem that most people run into, is they think they have to know everything and have everything buttoned down and have all the contracts in place or have all the fulfillment in place. But here's the thing you need to understand: until you get a customer, none of that even matters. Sure, you want to be prepared knowing kind of what you're going to do, but until you get a customer, none of it matters. Get a customer, figure out the rest later. I promise that's the best way to do it. You'll learn a lot as you get more customers and you'll fail a lot. And that's fine. That's like, ideally, you're going to fail a lot and learn and grow. But the first step is to just get that first customer. So if you're starting a business and you're thinking about which business cards to get, put that to the side for a second. Get your first customer. I promise you, you don't need flyers, folders, websites, fancy presentation materials. All you need is a passion for what you do and a desire to help someone, a desire to provide value in someone's life. You'll be amazed at how far you can go and how much you can sell with just enthusiasm and passion for your product. Do not feel like you need the business cards, the t-shirts, the everything nailed down. You need a paying customer first, and then the rest will take care of itself. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment down below on what you think. And if you're starting a business, how are you going to get your first client? Or if you started your business, put how you got your first client and give some advice as well. click the like button so more people can see this, and subscribe as well so that you can stay tuned for all the videos. Again, my goal is to help everyone fight mediocrity and reach their potential. If you're interested in learning more about sales and how to get sales, even if you have no experience, go to thefightagainstmediocrity.com to learn more about how we help people make 6 figures in sales. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you on the next video.